Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome back to our second 2018 Final Fantasy XI Let's Play. Now, at this point, I'm recording the second video before the first video has actually released, so any suggestions, comments that may have been submitted under the first video, haven't seen them yet. Figure it's easier to have a couple of these recorded, render them in batches, and then put them out. That way I can get them done well in advance of the actual YouTube schedule. So, for this video, we're going to continue on with the idea that I presented in video number 1. And that was that we want to kind of highlight some of the things I'm doing to progress my character a little bit, things I would log in to do nowadays, as opposed to focusing on the nostalgic aspects of the game like we did in our 2015 series. So for this video, we're going to be covering something that kind of builds upon a system that we talked about a little bit in both the 2015 and in the more recent video that I put out earlier this week, in that of Unity Notorious monsters. Now, there's plenty of different types of Notorious monster style content in this game. People remember ENMs, people know BCNMs, KSNMs, of course. Now there's new types of seals, so there's all of that. There's so many I don't even want to get into any more than those. But Unity Notorious monsters are a piece of content that involves around something called Unities. There's 5 different factions in Final Fantasy XI that you can join that are separate from the city-states that you actually pick at the beginning of the game, or that you can then join different ones later on. And those factions are different NPCs that are very important, and you choose to join one, and then you're able to take on objectives and even use those Unity NPCs as trusts in places that allow trust once you've actually earned them. Unity Notorious monsters are in the Records of Eminence thing that we established in the last video. You go to the Unity section down here, and then it'll list what your Unity is, a bunch of wanted options, and then some shared options, which will be there regardless of which Unity leader you actually have. In fact, the only one that's unique to your own Unity leader is this one. These wanted ones are also technically shared. So the thing we're going to be looking at are the wanted areas. Now, these wanted sections allow you to go to different zones and actually spawn various bosses in order to earn loot, depending on which boss you actually take on. There's 3 different tiers of them, as you can see. And as you work your way up, you get some of the more dangerous ones up in Wanted 3. And each of them has their own recommended item level, and all of them are designed to be fought at level 99. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through a few different ones. I need to remember where the vast majority of them actually are. And we're just going to show off the system as a whole. So in order to actually take on a wanted monster, accepting it in your Records of Eminence is pretty much the only thing you actually need to do. It'll tell you in the Subjugation Records of Eminence what zone they're from, where the possible spawn points are, as you have to force spawn these Notorious monsters. They're not just randomly found out in the world. Also, as I can see, some of them are actually recommended level 75, so you can do some of them, but we're going to actively avoid those ones and go right up to the ones that are leveled 99. So yeah, we have to pick ones that we want to actually pursue, and then we'll teleport to those areas, fight the bosses, and collect the loot. Main reason I'm doing this video now, as opposed to doing anything else, is because there's actually a campaign going on. Final Fantasy XI does monthly campaigns where they add bonuses to certain pieces of old or newer content. And one of the ones this month is the Unity Wanted campaign, where instead of earning a single treasure chest after clearing one of these bosses, that's the basic reward. Everyone gets a treasure chest for participating if you had the Records of Eminence available. You earn 2. So any of the rewards that are good or are worth something you get twice as many of them. So it can be a good way to earn bonus skill. It can be a good way of getting more items to spawn other bosses. There's plenty of applications to this. On top of that, to UNMs that are designed for item levels 119 or higher, they actually just added some items as drops. Plutons, Beitetsus, and Boulders. I think Rockborn Boulders is the full name. And those are used for endgame upgrades to the Relic, Mythic, Empyrean, and Aeonic weapons. So because I need Plutons for my Kikoku, for my ninja, I figure I'll take my Puppet Master and I'll go do some of these UNMs. So luckily in each of the city-states, next to one of the Amon Reclaimers and usually another NPC, is an NPC that is affiliated with Unities overall. Not a specific Unity, but Unities overall. And he will actually teleport you to various zones around the map in order for you to actually access the UNMs without you having to walk all the way over there. So as you can see, Valkyrie Dunes, Bubarimbu Peninsula, Kufim Island, Bibiki Bay, Carpenter's Landing, Yatunga Jungle, and Lufe's Meadows are all areas where I would encounter an item level 119 or higher Unity Notorious monster. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over to Unities, go over to Unity 1, And we can look through the list. So we have Valkyrie Dunes, and I'm probably going to teleport between a few of these just because I can. I guess there's not really much another reason. And I've already done this one before. In fact, I think I already have it active. And then we got Bibiki Bay. We've got Emperor Arthur. I feel like yeah, I've killed Emperor Arthur. He was really annoying to do, if I remember correctly. He's recommended level 122. So we're going to get all the ones that say recommended 119. We're going to currently avoid the ones that go above there, only because I don't know the fights all that well. Let's see. I think that might be the only other 119. Nope, here it is. Jester Malatrix. And now I'm actually full on objectives. I have 31 of... Oh, it's because of the spoils objective. So I guess we'll start with these. We'll go to the Dunes, do Valkyrie Imperator, then do Intula. I see, I do have Emperor Arthur. I could just toss him. I think there was one more item level 119 one I could grab from Wanted 1. I've killed Vetter Fulnir also. I can solo him. Takes a little while. It's not the most exciting of fights, but there you go. So we have pretty much all of them. So we're going to go to this NPC and say, bring me to a wanted encounter. Content level 119, and we'll go to Valkyrie Dunes. It costs 100 accolades. Now, Unity accolades are very similar to another resource in the game called Sparks. You earn these from doing Records of Eminence once you've actually joined a Unity of some kind. And they're used for an entirely different set of rewards, but it is a currency that it pretty much is designed to work directly with Unity's overall. The big thing with accolades is that in order to actually use or to actually participate in something like Unity Notorious Monsters, you actually straight up need to use accolades. So you may have noticed when I was selecting through those various missions that it said, hey, you need to have... oh, by the way, there's mounts in this game if you didn't know that. This might actually be shocking people right now, so... I don't remember if I don't know. I was never on a mount in the last video, so this may be shocking people at some point. Let me actually look at where it is. But yeah, so I guess this is the perfect opportunity to do this. So when you actually look at the description for the subjugation, where not only does it tell you the name of the boss and the positions, it tells you how many Unity accolades it will cost to participate. And these cost 1,500. I currently have just about 19,000 of them. So, you know, it is going to come at a bit of a cost. It does reward Sparks, experience points, and capacity points as well, though, so it does come with its own benefits. So D6, E8, and K9. And where am I? I'm at G8, so K9 probably going to be the one that's the closest. I think it's down by the beach, K9. No, it's like, well, it's past the beach. Technically, I think D6 and them might actually be closer. Because it doesn't send you directly to them, it sends you kind of in the area. D6, E8 actually is going to be the closest one, because that's literally just like, go straight west, and I will get there. Who knows, maybe Valkyrie Emperor is up. I'm killing a harder version of Valkyrie Emperor right now. Now keep in mind, while these might be, you know, at varying item levels, some of them can actually be surprisingly threatening if you don't know what you're doing, especially the ones that get to the higher item levels. I generally go Puppet Master to these things when I have no idea what they do, because my puppet can, outside of instant death mechanics, usually just straight up survive. Looks like somebody's hunting around a little bit, looking for that Valkyrie Emperor. Not really super relevant anymore, but as long as you're having fun. Alright, so it should be somewhere along here. Once we find it, I'll get set up for the actual encounter. I'll probably do a few of these for the video. Tab out so I can keep my OBS on the side here to keep track of what we're doing. Okay, so in order to actually spawn a Unity Notorious Monster, you have to go to one of these ethereal junctions. There's multiple in the zone, so that way if there are other people that are playing at the current time, you know, you don't really have to worry about competing with more than 3. If there's a 4th group, yeah, it becomes a little problematic, but it's whatever. So I'm just going to use my DPS puppet for the time being, because it's only an item level 119 one, and he can actually tank these, so it's not really that big of a deal anyway. I'll use a tank trust, but I have a feeling my puppet's going to very quickly be tanking these. Man, if you don't know what trusts do, that I explained in the 2015 series, so that you should definitely watch. I tend to just run with a handful of buffers, a tank. Sometimes I use my puppet as a tank, in which case I'll run with an extra buffer usually. And then, just because I do skill chains, Shantoto adds pretty decent DPS right there. Shantoto 2 in particular. So upon selecting it, you guys can't actually see the pop-up because I'm covering it because of chat reasons. It's asking me if I want to pay 1,500 Unity accolades in order to participate. That reminds me the content level, and then you can see commence the wanted battle. Let's go. And then this actually instances you, so other people can see you fighting this, but any other enemies around the area just kind of disappear. And you get entered into almost like a little instance that's out in the open world, but still technically just applies to you. Also, what set am I in? I just realized I'm in my tank, like, I'm in my pet tank set. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. You can already see this thing's dying relatively quick. You did strength and charisma down. Alright. So yeah, these 119 ones, ain't nothing too bad. Lobo's probably gonna... Wow, he missed? Come on, Lobo. I had more faith in you than that. I'm not using food either. I'm trying to do this with like bare minimum anything, and unfortunately this set, it kind of doesn't do well under those pretenses. So see, they could be a little annoying. He's got a lot of evasion. He's dealing quite a bit of AoE damage. So this is one of those ones where... Oh, you know what? I wonder if he's one of those ones that spams the same skill. A lot of them, what they'll do is, they like spam the same skill over and over again. And then what they go about doing is, every time they use the skill, it kind of amps up in power. So he might be doing something along those lines. It's kind of hard to tell. I was paying more attention to that than my actual puppet. So I think he's going to do like 3 or something Curse Sphere. Like, I think he does like a random amount of Curse Spheres back to back right here. And they get progressively stronger. No, it looks like he's not. Maybe he doesn't function like that. This is why you usually research the bosses before you actually go and fight them. Because normally a 119 shouldn't take this long. Yeah, my Victory Smite. You know what? I wonder if you just can't hit him while he's casting skills. I wonder if his evasion just like shoots through the roof specifically while he's using skills. It's probably something along those lines. Sometimes I like to back out just because I see the healer having to do quite a bit. But even still, this wasn't, you know, difficult. I just had no idea what his like little aspects to the way it functions were. We'll kill him in a second here, and then it'll give me my rewards. Come on. There you go. So, as you can see right here, although I guess that's not the best way to show it, it kind of scrolled up already past it with the battle text, but it gave me all the rewards that it listed in the thing, and we have 2 of these Imperator's Coffers. So, when oh, goodness, somebody just cheered me on. Some player who, oh, it's that guy from earlier, I'm gonna wave at him. Hi. I'm gonna cheer you on. Alright. So now when we use these, it'll tell me I get an item, a pair of Regal Pumps. So there's different pieces of gear you can get from these. There's, like, items you can get. Imperial Wing Hairpin, for example, off this one. This is like a higher level version of the Emperor's Hairpin, where it's got, like, dex and agility and a ton of evasion. Nice amount of evasion. And, yeah. And then there's other things that you can get from those as well. Like those items that I mentioned that I didn't get any of in that one. So, one of the big things is you get a first-time bonus whenever you complete a new objective for the first time. So I kind of want to go and clear all these objectives, like, once. So now what we're going to do is we're going to... I think I still have my warp ring on from before I started the video. Yep. That didn't help. Hold on. I don't let me... This guy's trying to talk to me. Let me just say, you'll be alright. Recording something. So, got a jet. There you go. I don't mind leaving that in the video. I'll just wave goodbye. Boop. And there you go. He said hello world. Well, you guys can't see him saying hello world, but I'll tell you he said hello world. Alright, so I'm just going to use my warp ring, and we'll go do like 1 or 2 other zones real quick. I'm still not going to look up which ones do what. I'm just going to go with it. If I get killed, whatever. So that was a 119 Unity Notorious monster. Now, as soon as I can actually get to my equipment, because I'm in Muhara, which is like the endgame hub nowadays. And it's a busy place. I have my Vrar ring equipped? Yeah. This set's not great for what I'm doing. And I do have other sets, it's just... This is the set that I would wear kind of regardless if I don't know what's going to happen. Alright, we're going to teleport to the exit. I just like going from Bastak. Literally, there's one in... Bibiki Bay is actually, like, not far at all from where I am right now. But I'm going to go there and teleport to Bibiki Bay. Because I don't want to walk. I'm trying to cut the walking out of the video. Alright. 119. Wonder what the odds are on getting things like the Plutons and whatnot. One other campaign that's actually going on right now is high-tier battlefields. Have increased rates at giving Pluton, Beitetsu, and Rockborn Boulder items as well. Might be something that we explore in the next video. Because it's something I really need to do. Alright, let's go to the Bibiki Bay one. Somebody else sent me a tell. I might need to turn it on /away or /busy, but... Oh, is that guy standing right next to me? I'll shoot him a quick tell. And then I think I'll put myself on /busy or something like that. Let me just reply to that as well. There you go. Alright. I said, hey, start recording something. Can't talk right now very much. Okay, where were these? Where were these? In Tula. Oh, is this guy fighting it? Yep, this guy's fighting him. So this is where one of them would have spawned. In Tuila. So there's I6, G8, and H10. I6, G8, and H10. Still sent me another message. I was like, oh, I'll just say, you know, I'm busy right now. And I'm not trying to be rude. I just, I just want to know I can't really enjoy a conversation right now. I'm a little busy. It's okay. Alright, G8 is another one. Is that right over here? Or am I going to have to go, like, all the way around for this one? Looks like I might need to go all... Oh, yeah, G8's actually further away than I thought it was. Alright, we'll go to this one. Alright, one last message. Oh, no. That's good. Alright. Let's start on /... That didn't do anything. There's no way for me to... You know what? I think I don't know if it's going to work the way I want it to. Communication... Online status... Well, invisible doesn't really do much, and I think away disappears as soon as you move a little bit. I don't remember if this away status actually stays on. Oh, it looks like it might. We'll see in a few seconds when it realizes I'm not actually away. I think this actually does work. Yep. Okay. Seems to be staying. All right. So let's kill the second UNM. I got to say hi. I got to say hi to a couple people. Do a few waves. No handshakes. It's okay. You don't want to shake my hand anyway. I've been holding this sweaty PS2 controller, so you're probably not a big fan of it. And yes, I am actually playing this on a DualShock 2. I have a DualShock 2 to USB adapter. It's like a refurbished one. I think it's got new face buttons. But it works pretty well. You're probably like, why not just use a PS4? Listen, I know how to play this game on a PS2 controller. So, that's what I'm playing it on. going full on to the source with this one. Alright, so we're at F8. Should be coming in on G8 once I make this left. Yeah, the ones in Bibiki Bay are pretty far apart. I wonder what the... I see people coming through. You know what, if somebody's at this one, though, I often see people farming this one. Like, almost every time I teleport to Bibiki Bay, somebody is killing this one. I don't know if it's just because it's a really easy one, or if it has something that people really want. So I'm at G8 right now. Is it in, like, a cave or something? Did it say G8? Oh, no, that's Lobo. I got excited for a second. I was like, oh, let me ask this guy. It was my pet. Whoopsie. It's alright, you get to see me be a little lost at the same time. Maybe G8 has a different thing. No, this is past... Now we're back in F9. Huh. Am I just blind? Maybe there's a cave nearby. Oh, no, here it is. It's literally on the cusp of G8 and F8. Okay, we'll do the same thing. Summon a bunch of trusts. This one should go a little bit better. I should really make a macro for all these trusts. I kind of use them. I don't always use the same 5. I like to swap things up a little bit. So I kind of just got used to doing them all manually instead of making a macro for it. But I do use these 5, I'd say often enough to warrant maybe just making a macro for it. Alright, same deal. 1,500 accolades, get started. Oh boy, here actually already takes a pretty decent chunk. My pet... No, stop. Lobo, stop having aggro. Lobo, come on. I know you hit hard, but you don't hit hard enough to the point where you should have aggro already. Oh, man. That actually really hurt Shantoto. I did not expect it to hit that hard. It also casts Curaga, which is a ton of fun. Now, there is actually like a 4-part skill chain I could be doing here. I tend to just go back and forth with the 2, especially while I'm streaming. Is that a Dominion Slash that just got in the way of that one? I think it was. Am I still going to make a skill chain with it at the very least? This is one I might want to be sub-ninja for, just so I take less damage. Also, why is... Thought I had my weapon skill. Oh, no, that's right. It's my ninja who has the weapon skill set. My puppet master, I just do, like, bare minimum stuff on. Because I mostly just use it to tank. So I don't really have great weapons. Listen, hand-to-hand weapon skills aren't great anyway, but... Still, really should have them. So a lot of the times you'll see me back off there if I don't really know how much damage or how often I'm going to receive healing. You'll see me back off like this, and it's mostly because if I die, all my trust, like, the whole thing's over. My trust can't carry a fight without me. Even if they could. It wouldn't be great. The only downside is then I can't really be doing skill chains with the puppet. Granted, with, like, no food and barely using anything, it's not like he does great without me anyway. Come on. There you go. I hope he's got the right setup. It looks like he does with the amount of damage he's doing with the skill chains. Looks like he should have all the right stuff on. And see what I mean by he just kind of ends up tanking stuff. But luckily with these 119s, they die so quick, it kind of doesn't matter. Especially with constant light skill chains in Shantoto. Shantoto really wasn't doing much damage to him, though. It adds up, but not a lot. Let's open these coffers. Translucent rocks. Interesting. And high quality. I wonder if it's because they get a lot of F skins. How many F skins was that? Translucent rocks and HQ F skins. Maybe people need them for, like, crafting or something. Alright, with that, we can go do maybe, like, one more. One I've already done before. One I'm familiar. Oh, you know what? No, I should do one I haven't done before. However, I am going to have to go there the old-fashioned way, I think. It'll have to take a while here. Oh, no, it's got 20 seconds. Works out for me. I was going to maybe walk over to Buparimbu Peninsula and just do the one there, because I already know that one, and that one literally takes, like, not 8 seconds. It doesn't take much longer than half a minute to kill that guy. I can usually just do, like, 2 or 3 back-to-back skill chains, and that guy's done. And it's, like, no chances were stood. I actually have a bunch of his feathers, and I think they sell pretty alright. I think they sell for, like, 20, 30k a piece, and I think I have, like, 2.5 stacks of them. I gotta go through and sell those. They don't sell very well in stacks, but they sell pretty well individually. So I guess for the last one of the ones I've accepted, I'll get rid of this one just to free it up. I guess I could go... Oh, Jester probably hurts pretty hard. I think I'm actually going to swap over to Sub Ninja. Because Jester Malatrix, that's in Kufim Island. And those guys are pretty well known for Whirl of Rage. So I can mitigate that pretty well if I go Sub Ninja. I don't think I have any... Do I have any... No, I think I have the tool. Because there's tools now for Ninja that are like universal, but they don't work when you sub the job. So I'm pretty sure I have Shihei somewhere in order to actually access that as a sub job. Do I have them on me? I don't have them in there. Let me check. Mog case. Yep, they're there. Just a few of them. Oh man, I got all those Griffin hides too I gotta sell. Those are from when I was farming up for my Kikoku. Alright, same deal. Let's go. I could probably just go directly to Kufim actually. From here. It doesn't make sense to take the thing when I can actually teleport straight to Kufim. There we go. I don't know where this is in relation to the UNMs, but it's something. Might as well just summon my trusts now. Get that out of the way, instead of waiting until I actually get there. And then I'll look for the position. I'm sure there's one. Kufim's not really a big zone, so I'm sure I can find it somewhere. In case you're wondering why that's there, that portal, I guess vortex over there, takes you to one of the endgame zones. So there's a home point right outside of it. Shantoto 2, Electric Boogaloo. Unable to use job ability. Oh, it's because I was using it so close. Alright, let's see. Quests. Jester Malatrix. I8, G8, G7. They're all pretty close to each other. There's one actually right around here. It says G7. G7 is not too large. Oh, there it is. Literally right there. Well, that couldn't be more convenient. It could be. It could have been right in front of me, but, you know. I didn't feel like... Well, actually, that's not that inconvenient to go up there. Alright. And this guy, I'm going to assume, just does the usual hijinks that these types of monsters always do. He missed the first attack. That's actually more convenient than he realizes. Let's see if he does anything else. I'm sure Whirl of Rage gets, like, progressively stronger or something. Whenever there's the enemies where, like, they have AoEs that just my trusts cannot deal with. My trusts, this month, actually, trusts have, I think, 50% increased HP and MP. So they're actually way more durable now, if I'm not mistaken, than they normally are. That being said, doesn't really say a whole lot. I don't even know. I didn't even realize I just finished the skill chain. Makes it much easier to deal with these guys at the very least. Ones that just gradually get stronger. I wonder if he aggro resets every time he does Smite of Rage. Feels like he is. Lobo! Lobo keeps getting blocked by the NPCs to actually make light skill chains. And it's still dying really quick. This one's pretty easy. It wouldn't be happening if I was making 4, 5, or 6-part skill chains. It's alright. He's probably going to die right here. Yep. Overall, one of the easier ones that we've actually taken on. Does leave a little bit of time for maybe doing one of the other ones, since that went a lot quicker than the last two. Malatrix's Coffer, ×2. I got a shard. Those shards can either be used to buy the items that they drop. There you go, Riftborn Boulders. 19 Riftborn Boulders? Not bad. I didn't expect to get that many of them. Wow. Because that's, again, that's new to this patch. Being able to get those from something like this. Wow. I mean, I'd still rather do high-tier BCNMs during the campaign month, but that's pretty good on the off-campaign months. Wow, okay. So we're going to get rid of Jester here. Although he's easy. I might want to keep him and do him later. I guess it depends on how much his shards actually sell for. I could check real quick. Let's see. Jester, Malatrix, shards? How much are these going for? Like 4,000 a pop. They must just be used for a recipe then, because if they're an item that's used to spawn bosses, then they generally sell better than that. So there's Orcful Trap. I hate Carpenter's Landing. I don't want to go there. Yatunga Jungle ain't much better, to be honest. Oh well. Let's go to Kazam. I wonder... 11 though. 11's like way to the south. It actually might be better for me to just go straight back to Bastak and warp there. It depends on where it actually drops me, but I'm gonna try doing that. I figure that didn't take too much time. We can do one more UNM. And the first two parts. That way we have kind of a shorter first part with a little bit longer of a second part. Besides, I want to see if I get another Pluton or any of that stuff. Riftborn, dude, I wonder how much the price is going to tank on those. I need 10,000 Plutons for my next Kikoku step before I can move on to the Dynamis Divergent step, which I probably won't get even remotely close to finishing. And they were like 4,000 to 5,000 a pop before the patch, and now they might actually be like a good bit down. I mean, they probably still sell for 4K-ish, but they're like farmable. Like they're a little more farmable now. I can also do Lufei's Meadows. I'll just do Yatunga Jungle. Yep, okay, this puts me on the southern end, because this is F11 right here. It's a good thing I decided to do that. It would have taken a lot longer otherwise. I think this one's one of the monkeys. I think those guys can get kind of annoying. Keep in mind, I am also working within the constraints of my Unity accolades. So if I kind of run low on Unity accolades, all of a sudden, not looking so hot for how many of these I can do. You get Unity accolades really, really fast. You just have to do objectives, pretty much. And then you're nice and done. All right, Bill. By the way, my red crab's name is Bill. People who have watched me on stream know this, but you guys are now learning this for the first time. So I figured I should clue you in if you ever hear me say, "Come here, Bill." Now you know who the culprit is. Alright, so these things are normally along the outside. I'm going to assume it's just somewhere, like, right there, maybe? No? I hope it's not, like, up. Like, back up there. Probably dumb. I probably walked right past it at some point. F11. Well, F11 actually is constrained. Oh, those are in the way? Didn't. Okay. All right. Trees. So F11's like constrained to this bottom part right here. So, oh, there it is. All right. Hopefully this one's not too annoying. I actually don't even know how much I'm getting for the first time bonus. Okay, that's not a monkey. Okay, this could actually be a lot worse because it's a Malboro. Like, I don't really think I need to say much else. It's a Malboro. This could easily get worse. Considering I don't know what it does, a part of me wants to stand out here and just watch it for a little bit. Leave my puppet to his own devices. That's a pretty safe way to go about doing these. If I'm using the tank puppet, I just use like all... Alright, so he has Vampiric Lash, which heals. The only problem with this is that my puppet's not designed for standalone weapon skills. He's designed right now for skill chains. So I'm kind of just watching. If it was the monkey, it actually would have been easier. I mean, he can kill it like this. It would take a few minutes, but... as long as there's no extremely bad breath, then it doesn't matter. If it just spams Vampiric Lash and then eventually uses bad breath, then whatever. But even just regular bad breath is not going to be a fun prospect. There's Sweet Breath, which I think puts everyone to sleep. I would probably want to... Oh. Interesting. Oh, man. Okay. See, I wasn't ready for all that. And now I've got this poison on me. And I can't get in range of the boss. So he's going to do one more attack, and I'm going to be dead. This wouldn't be so bad if I wasn't... Luckily, I've got some regen, but this bind lasts another 10 seconds? I've got some regen on my gear. All this, like, this pet gear stuff. I'm paralyzed. Of course I am. I wonder if he just always grows every time he does that and then follows up with Bad Breath. If that's the case, I need to stand out here until I get healed. Although that AoE was pretty dank. Doesn't feel like there's much benefit to being out there, though. I'm just gonna move back in. I could also get rid of all these debuffs from my pet. Because he's gonna be paralyzed for a lot of this stuff, too. Yeah, probably just better off trying to KO him as quick as possible instead of standing at a... I'd have to stand way further away for that to make any sense. And even then, I don't think it would. Samantha here doesn't have a lot of health. It's just annoyingly... So now, if it does that thing again where it disappears... Yeah, it's like it's evolving. I can see the animation. Also, that time it didn't hit me. Oh, but you know why that Bad Breath didn't hit me? Because I was standing... Oh, you know what? So that's actually way smarter. So the Bad Breath isn't AoE. It's a cone, as you'd expect breath to be. Although most of them are standing in front. We didn't move far enough to the point where I got placed in front of it. So I'm actually, like, by standing here, it's a lot safer. Since they still kind of stand far enough away to the point where the Bad Breath, who stays on the current aggro target. It's going to happen again right here. It seems... Oh, no. Maybe she doesn't evolve anymore. Oh, Lobo comboed off that Vorpal Blade. Well, we managed to proc it at the very least. So a lot of content in the game nowadays has a procking system where... Oh, man, I didn't think he was going to skill chain off himself there. Didn't think he'd get TP fast enough. It'll be dead in a second here. Where if you trigger certain conditions, you can lock enemies in place, force loot to drop, force better loot to drop, among a bunch of things that can happen when you do it. And I think this one's probably do enough damage. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I think it's just do enough damage, or maybe it's do light damage, or do a light skill chain or magic burst. One of those things is the condition. Once I understood that was a lot easier. Alright, we got a coffer, we got chunks of Beitetsu, and we got an unmoving collar, which I'm going to assume is not good, but I got it anyway. Yeah, you guys have a hard time seeing it. It's got enmity, vitality, charisma. Yeah. I'll pass. I'll just trade that in for something. But we did get some Beitetsu. I got 14 Beitetsu from that. So it's a pretty decent amount of those materials from this. So definitely on months where there's no high-tier battlefields, I probably want to focus on getting this done. But on that note, that's going to be a wrap for this Let's Play Final Fantasy XI video. Hopefully you enjoyed checking this out. Again, I haven't read any comments or any suggestions yet. I do have a few ideas for certain things that I can do with the series going forward, in terms of things that aren't necessarily just doing current endgame stuff. But, you know, it's going to be a lot of give and take here, so I'm going to have to figure this one out because it's not working exactly the same as the old system. Anyway, be sure to leave those comments in the comment section of the video below, and be on the lookout, again, for more Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. I will see all of you in the next video, and until then, take care.